how to deal with girls that can't seem to make up their mind about whether they like you or not. So I'm a dating coach, and every single day I teach my students to use social media to reach out to women they're interested in. And inevitably, some of the girls don't respond at all. Some of the girls flip out and won't stop responding. And some of them, in the excitement of the conversation, will end up ultimately giving them their number, but they won't necessarily pick up the phone, or they won't necessarily get to the point of agreeing to go out on a date. They won't let it go to fruition. These are what I call fence sitters. Now, the way you deal with a fence sitter is to treat her like any other girl at first, right? You're going to have a conversation, you're going to adhere to all the rules, and ultimately you're going to get her number, and then eventually you're going to call a few days after you get the number. It doesn't matter if she's a fence sitter or not. We're not going to leave a voicemail. We're not going to leave a text. We're just going to let her see the fact that that call hit the phone. So we don't do this indefinitely, but about once a week, we'll reach out just to give that girl another shot. Maybe a phone call, maybe a video message, something like that. And we're just going to check in and see if anything's changed, to see if this chick is open to meeting up. Some of you might say, oh, Benny, why would you do that? Like, why do you want to spend time with a girl that doesn't want to spend time with you? Blah, 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 blah. But here's the thing. Like, you don't reach out indefinitely. And the other thing is, you're doing this as part of a process. You're not putting all your eggs in one basket, hoping this girl's going to meet you. You're also talking to other girls the whole time that you're doing this. But the way they become a fence sitter is, like, after you've checked in with them, they start to talk to you again, right? So they may not respond to your initial message, but maybe, you've hit them up, they didn't see anything, and they noticed that you didn't, try to keep pushing it. So now this, when they get curious about you and they start coming back around. Now, once you've already given that girl your best effort in the beginning, and she didn't talk to you, she didn't, call you back or whatever, and then she starts coming back around, the way you deal with a fence sitter is to go slightly less effort than her. You gave it your best shot to meet up in the beginning. You gave your best shot to, call her on the phone and maybe set up a date and all this kind of stuff. And she didn't play ball. And now she's coming back around. And this is the beginnings of her starting to chase you. And that's really, really important. Now, most guys fail in this exact scenario because once she starts coming back around and giving them attention, the guy flips the script again and he starts chasing her, trying harder to move the interaction forward to the date. Whereas what you really want to do here, guys, is to just kind of like let her drive things in this scenario. Okay, so maybe she comments on your Facebook story and she's like, oh, hey, I love, what you had for lunch or something like that. Instead of you being like, oh, well, you can go out with me to lunch tomorrow if you want. I'll take you there. You might say, oh, yeah, it was really good. So it's really funny because when fence sitters start coming back around, you just let them drive forward the interaction until that little critical point where you can finally, set up the phone call or set up the date. Now, if you like this information, you don't already know, I do one-to-one dating coaching. So if you're interested in working with me, watch the pinned video up at the top of the screen and learn how to work with me one-on-one. Drop your thoughts in the comments, like this video, check out my other videos up here.